Hello friends, welcome back to 10th English Online YouTube channel. This is me Chandrasekhar Sage and I am the faculty of English. Dear friends, in this video I am going to teach you a new topic, that is gerunds and participles, and to know the difference between these two topics. These are the most important topics in English grammar. Fine, so don't try to skip this video and please watch this video till the end of this. Okay, my dear friends. So before going to start the topic, once again I request you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you already subscribed, so please don't forget to like this video and share this video with your friends. Fine. Okay, let's begin the topic. Notes, suggestions or feedback, feel free to share with me on 10th English Online at gmail.com. I will always welcome your comments, your suggestions, your feedback. Okay, let's begin the topic. Our first topic is gerunds. Under gerunds, we'll cover these topics. What is a gerund? Forms of a gerund. Position of a gerund in a sentence. Examples. First one, what is a gerund? A gerund is a noun formed or made from a verb. This is made from a verb only. It looks like a verb but acts as a noun. Gerund, it functions as a noun but looks like a verb only because it has a ing form in it. It is a non-finite verb, so it doesn't change its form anywhere. We know very well all the non-finite verbs do not change their forms irrespective of their subjects and number of person in the subjects. Clear? Right. Next, forms of gerund. We have only one form, that is ing. All gerunds end with ing form, so they have no other forms. Clear? Next, let's see some examples here. The words like walking, singing, dancing, jogging, painting, smoking, sticking, etc. all are the examples for gerunds. Next, position of a gerund, where gerunds are placed in a sentence. Let's see the first one. A gerund can be used in the place of subjects. We know very well, my dear friends, a sentence has three parts: subject, verb and object. So gerund can be used in the place of subject. Fine. Let's see the example. Walking is good for health. So here walking is a word which is used in the place of subject. See, it is looking like a verb because it has ing form, but it is acting as a noun. How to say it's a noun? So we have to ask a question, what? So for example, walking is good for health. Ask no question, what is good for health? Walking. So walking is the answer for the question what. The answer is the noun. So it is a gerund. Next, a gerund can be used in the place of object. Not only in the place of subject, but also in the place of object we use gerunds. Another example for you. I like making videos in English. In this sentence, I is the subject, like is the verb, making is a gerund used in the place of object. Fine. Next, a gerund is also used as an object of the preposition. So we know very well objects of the verbs are different, objects of the prepositions are different. Okay, I'll give you an example here. Try to understand this. I am interested in teaching English online. Now see here, I is a subject, I am interested is a verb, in is a preposition. Right? So teaching is a gerund, it is a noun, it is the object of the preposition in. Fine. Next, it is used as the object of the possessive also. Possessive, do you know, friends? They are the possessive pronouns, right? Like is my home, your home, like this, right? Possessive adjectives also. I'll give you one example. Try to understand this. I appreciate you are taking time to support us. See here, I subject, appreciate is a verb, you are taking time. So your, it indicates possession in it. Your, whose? You are taking. Who's taking? You are taking. So your word, it shows the possession. Fine. So here taking is a gerund. It is acting as the object of the possessive. Okay. Next, it is used in the place of subject complement also. Now see, what I like the most is making videos for English learners. Now tell me here, this gerund making is acting as the complement for the subject only. How to ask question? What I like the most? Now tell me what I like the most? Making videos. So making is the answer for that. It is acting as a complement for the subject. Okay. Next, it is also used in the place of object to complement. It is not only used as subject to complement but also object to complement. Say here example, I saw my students preparing for exams. I saw my students. I subject, saw verb, my students object, preparing. So preparing is also object. It's a complement for the object, my students. Okay. Next, we'll see some more examples for gerunds. Once all of you go through this, smoking is injurious to health. Smoking is a gerund here. Students like playing in the ground, and playing is used in the place of object. What the teachers wanted is listening to their class. Here it is using as subject to complement. I found patients taking treatment in the hospital. Taking is the object. It is a complement of the object. The boys are thinking of playing games. Thinking is a gerund. It is where it is acting as the object of the preposition. Preposition here it is of. Okay. Next, the author saw the white boy bossing the black boy. The author subject saw verb. The white boy is the object. Bossing. So it is acting as the complement of the object. Okay. Next topic is participles. This is also at the same shape like a gerund. Gerund and the participle both are in the same shape, same form. They both end with ing only. Okay. Under this topic, we'll cover these points. What is the participle? Types of participles, position of participles in a sentence, and examples. First one, what is a participle? A participle is also a verb form like a gerund. A participle acts as an adjective and a progressive verb. It's called verbal adjective. There, gerund acts as a noun. Fine, but looks like a verb. So we call that verbal noun. But here, a participle acts as an adjective as a verb. So we call this verbal adjective. Okay. A participle shows the present and the past actions. These participles can be either positive or negative. Okay. Next, types of participles. How many types we have? We have 3 types of participles. We'll see one by one. First one is present participle. All the present participles end with ing form. They look like again gerunds, but these act as an adjective. Those act as a gerunds. The function decides if they are gerunds, if they are adjectives. Okay. Next, past participles. They end with either plus ed or plus en plus d or plus t or plus n. Third one is perfect participle. They use both the participles like present and past. Let's see examples for present participle. The birds are flying. So see here, flying is a participle because it is ending with ing form, but here it is a verb only because it is used after the helping verb. If participle is used after the helping verb, that becomes what? Present continuous action. Okay. Next example, the flying bird fell down. See here, in both examples, flying is common. The both are ending with ing form. But in the example 1, it is a verb. It is acting as a verb. In the example 2, it is acting as an adjective. Why? Because in the example 2, flying is used before the noun. Here the noun is bird. If any participle is placed before the noun, that becomes an adjective. Is it clear, my dear friends? Next example, the phone is ringing. The phone is ringing. Simple tip for you. If the participle is used after the helping verb, it is called the present continuous action. If the same participle is used before the noun, it is called a, what is that? Adjective. Okay. Right. It acts as an adjective. The ringing phone is answered. Now see, the noun is phone here. So ringing again the same spelling, but it is used before the noun. So it is acting as the adjective. Clear? Next come to past participle. They all end with either plus t or plus ed or plus en plus t. The confused boy took my advice. See again, all the past participles, they are placed before the nouns only. Remember, before nouns in the sentence. Clear? So boy is a noun here. Before this, confused, ending with what is that? D. Okay. Next example. I want some folded papers. Again, this is also ending with plus ed, and this is used before the noun. So it is called what? It is acting as an adjective. So it is called what? Participle in past form. Third example, she has finished the given task. Once again, given is the past participle. It is placed before the noun and acting as an adjective. Next, Alan is a spoiled son of his parents. Spoiled son. Son is a noun. Spoiled is a past participle form. All these underlined words, they are in the past forms only. Fine. Hence, we call them as past participles, and they are all acting as the adjectives only. Clear? Next, the last topic is perfect participle. So in this participle, we use both the present and past participle. Clear? We'll try here. The perfect participle indicates the completed action. It includes the action that already finished. It can be formed by using both the participles. They are present and past as below. We'll see the examples here. So first one comes present participle, then followed by past participle, then comes a comma, then there comes a simple sentence structure, subject to verb object. Let's see some examples. Having received the message, I immediately left the station. So see in the sentence, having is ending with ing form. It is the present participle. Then followed by other word. Received is ending with what? Ed form. It is a past participle. Fine. And both are participles only. Okay. Next example. Having seen the rain, they went inside. Again, having is ending with ing form. It is a present. It is a present participle. Seen is a v3 ending with n of course. So it is called what? Past participle. Next, having finished his work, Anil went to the ground. Okay, and these participles are used to combine the sentences. Clear? We can use to combine the sentences. Okay, first one is the present participle. Second one is the past participle. Clear, my friends? So the position of these participles, where do we position, right? Where do we place them? The participles can be used after the helping verbs or before nouns in the sentences. The position or place of these participles decides the use of this, the function of this. If they are used before the nouns, they function as an adjective. If they are placed after the helping verb, they function as a verbs. Clear, my dear friends? So some more examples, you can go through them. The broken windows were repaired. The running commentary is funny. We watched an interesting movie. This is a rushed job. The winning team was awarded. I applied an ointment on the burnt finger. Can you try to identify the participles in these examples and try to you write the answers in the comment section? I will reply to you. Okay, friends? So thank you very much, my dear friends, for watching this video. So far we have 78,000 plus views, and we have 1,000 plus 1,050 plus subscribers. Thank you very much for reaching my past target 1,000 plus subscribers, and total we have 74% of success. So thanks a lot for supporting us. I also request you to extend your support in the future too. Fine, thank you friends. Have a good day. Bye bye. So do not forget to subscribe to my channel once again. Yeah.